right when the heat comes on.
Right.
Oh!
Production.
Wait. VSC.
Good morning.
Oops.
It's morning.
Good morning. Honestly, I think that's the most recent one I've made, but maybe my new stickies are not as sticky as they should be. Look, it's the VSC edition of the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The most dangerous show.
Yes, and we have low-tech special effects here. Hi, and welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow, the VSC edition. As Liz just already mentioned, and I backed this up, the most dangerous show of the week. I'm Rebecca, owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in chilly and not even remotely sunny, but going to get warmer today for barbecue.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really nice and warm today. Maybe even 60. But not.
And who are you?
I'm Liz. I'm the minion.
All right, I'm trying to show off the cowl, the texture of the cowl.
That she just finished.
Look. What just fell out is what's left. I yarn chickens. Look, it actually is unplanned. It goes with what I'm wearing today. Unplanned, because we picked this color out yesterday, and I threw the sweater on this morning, and they were not connected. I did not look at them. But, this is one of our yarns today. So the VSC virtual shopping channel, we show you yarns and notions, and then they are 15% off until the next time we show you yarn and notions, specifically on the VSC. So, I have to get a pin. I'm forgetting the pins.
Yes.
But, look at this. Isn't this cute? I have not sewn any ends in, obviously. See? Because I just finished. I started this last night. And I wanted
during midnight for anybody who was there.
During midnight. And I wanted to see if you really could make it with one skein. You can make it with one skein of Malabriga, which we do not carry. And yes, you can, if you're me. Not everyone knits the same. I was also knitting on these big honkin' 17s, which is what the pattern calls for. So I cannot guarantee that you can make this. This is the Elphaba cowl. There's also an Elphaba hat. I think they would both be wonderful. It's a fun technique. It's not super crazy hard. I'm gonna go get a pin or two. And maybe Liz, you can start us off with what yarn did I just show everybody?
That was the Tierra del Fuego. I should stop. Araucania's Tierra del Fuego. It's yummy. It is a single ply wool. It's just wool, straight up wool, which is really nice because, you know, we kind of fell together and eventually add stability and betterness to your project.
Betterness?
Betterness.
Did you just use the word betterness?
I did.
It'll add betterness.
It'll add betterness.
I like that. Okay.
So
it's a nice single ply.
Nice single ply. It is 88 yards per 100 grams. So exactly the same as the Rasta, right?
It's close. The Rasta, I think, is closer to 100. But maybe not. I don't know.
Anyway.
Hang on. It's on my phone. Where's my phone?
Oh, no. She's lost her phone. I'll keep reading stats while she finds her phone.
They are very expensive phone finder. Probably over in my purse still. Yep. Be right back.
They are suggesting a US 11 through 17 needles. So it's a miracle, but you can do them on normal size knitting needles, like an 11, or great big ones like the 17. And for crochet, they're recommending an M through a Q hook. They are calling it a super bulky. I think it's more of a lighter super bulky, but
yeah, that's the thing. We were talking with a customer outside about this yesterday. There is a wide range of things that are considered super bulky. There's the Plymouth Mega, which is 64 yards. There is the Mamacho, which is like 50 yards. Malibu Russ, 90 yards.
90 yards.
Really,
so
almost.
Really close.
2 yards difference.
Yeah.
I still had probably at least 5 yards left.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I have no idea. But I just knew it wasn't 88. But no, it's, I mean, Malabrigo Rasta is
a single ply.
Yeah. I was just making sure I was calling because there's the Rasta and then there's the Mecca and there's so many, and we don't carry them here, so I'm not as well versed in them. But it's a single ply just like this. It has funky colors just like this. We're not going to have the same colors they do, but it's still going to be cool.
So the one Rebecca made her cowl out of is this one.
It's so pretty, and like Liz was not lying yesterday. Not that I thought she was when she said it's not as dark as the skein might imply.
Sometimes this skein looks really dark.
And there's all these lighter patches in it.
Yeah.
There are some dark patches, but it's really pretty.
Yep.
I've also made the Frida hat, which is kind of a little beanie.
Which is this colorway.
If I had known how, because I just followed the pattern. I made a massive pom-pom with what was left.
Massive.
If I had known, like tried it on, had the ability to try it on, I probably would have done a few more repeats of the pattern before I finished it. But this is also cool. So this one is made by taking the ladder between stitches and doing fun things with it. This one is made by slipping stitches with the yarn in front, so it strands in front, which is also really cool. I would definitely recommend, unless you're making it for a smaller kid, if you want it to cover your ears, do more repeats than the pattern says.
Before you start decreasing.
Yes, you don't need a big pom-pom like this, but my stepson...
She was craving a big pom-pom.
My stepson did think it was just pretty cool. He tried it on. Yeah, it also doesn't need pom-pom, but fun. You know?
We have a purple and green.
This is such a fun color.
This one is like greens and navies
they have names, but not on our little stickers. So like
I haven't been reading the names.
No, but they're not on our stickers. That's why.
They're on the tags.
Oh, they're on the tags. Okay, I'm gonna go back and review some of them while she's doing that. So the one for my cowl was Vulcan Lannon, because sometimes people want to look up specific. It's number 116. The one for my crazy hot hat is Sierra Catedral. I'm gonna butcher the Spanish. 107. This Thistly color, right? 109 Fitzroy, which sounds Scottish, I guess. Maybe Thistle. I don't know. The whatever she was describing these as.
The blue and the green. Okay. I'm very basic.
Malvinas, 108. This one I really want to make like a spring type thing.
It looks really intriguing.
It's got like a grello and blue and it's just so fun. It is Valdez Peninsula, 112. That's
Neutrals.
Neutrals, like a nice yellowy brown though, and creams and grays.
Rio de Plata.
Okay, what number?
Oh,
I'm gonna be
101.
I'm gonna be so demanding today.
So demanding.
This is 104 Plaza Dorengo, and this is Sun Dragon colors right here. We really should have made something out of this, but we haven't yet. Sun Dragon, so bright. Purples and oranges and yellows and a little bit of like brownie things going on, taupees. Fun.
This is the last one of this color.
We had 2 blues. We're down to 1 blue of one of them.
One skein of one blue.
We might get more in, but probably not before it's not 15%. Yeah. It's hard to know what we're going to actually get in before Christmas. So get things while you can.
Siete Lagos.
So lake, lake color.
111.
102 Casa Rosada. It makes me think of pink lemonade. We've got a little bit of some light yellow greens in here too, but we've got pinks and yellows and a little taupees too. That's fun. They're all fun. You know,
Yeah, I did a sweater out of the color, and I should have worn it
the
today,
color
but
I made my cowl
by
out of.
space. And it's a nice chunky sweater
That
and
was upside
pretty fun to
Other-
play with.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not merino, as I think Liz has already said, but it is warm and cozy and awesome.
And it's not a roving gangs that'll knock you over for protection money.
Yeah,
It's a fairly
it's not like scratchy.
it's a fairly decent wool.
Well, and because it's like just one step past roving is the single ply.
Yeah.
That's not tightly twisted. That lends itself to some softness. So, all right, let's just do the other yarn while we're doing yarns. So,
So I had a thought because Rebecca was last night was like Tierra del Fuego for the morning because that's what my cowl is, and I don't know what we're doing for another yarn. And when I came in, and I pulled the Tierra del Fuego,
inspiration struck. No, I don't know.
the inspiration struck, lightning had touched my brain, and I was like, "We're gonna be closed for just over a week."
Yes, did we mention, and we'll mention again, we are taking off between
We'll be here on Christmas Eve, and
Yes.
then not again until the what,
until like the
3rd or 4th.
Yeah, because the weekend. You know, we're
Yeah.
gonna go through New Year's, and then the weekend hits, and we're not open on the weekends. So we're gonna rest. Oh my gosh, we're also not gonna film the show, and I apologize in advance. And
So in our Rebecca, like the thing that stuck out in Rebecca's email that came in on Monday night was stock up. And I was like,
oh,
you
I said that?
you mentioned stock up, be prepared. We're not gonna be here.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what would be a great yarn to, have on sale this week so you could stock up.
and it's not online yet. So
And
we
it's
can get
not
it
online yet, so we can get it out online. We have Mushishi. Mushishi is fantastic. It's a long,
It's
variegated,
it's under stuff
stripy.
here, and you almost can't see it. But it.
Rebecca has a sample maker.
I have 2 samples actually.
Ha! I only pulled one. Sorry.
I pulled the other.
Oh.
I'm that good. No, I just noticed it.
It's
Yeah.
It is 95% wool and 5% silk. And the reason it's a great stock up, it is 491 yards.
I made this
Okay.
shawl. This is the Quaking Aspen shawl, the smaller size. There's 2 sizes. Quaking Aspen shawl by D. O'Keefe. I made this shawl out of 1. So pretty. Oh. We should coordinate our dance better, Liz.
Sorry.
You're fine.
That is
What does that say?
color 6 granite.
Granite. This is all nice neutrally grays. Look at that. Oh, but there's some taupiness in it, so it's not just the cools. This has wonderful lacework at the bottom. This would be wonderful in a solid too, by the way. But I thought it would be really cool because it was just the right yardage for a smaller one of these. And it's so pretty. Look at that. I actually really like how that looks on camera from far away.
It looks
Really pretty.
It's like very subtle striping,
Mhm.
but it does kind of stripe.
But obviously, right? It shows up. What's that? What's a fuzzy?
It's a fuzzy.
It's a fuzzy. It's bugging me. Fuzzy.
Before we go on, I forgot to tell you what the list price on this was. $21.50 for the Tierra del Fuego with 15%
But
off
15% off.
this week.
That'll be like $3. We'll save like $3. That's the most my math can handle. My brain math brain, whatever. So this is knit one skein. And this is crochet one skein.
And that is this colorway.
So it'll change through the colors faster, and you won't get quite the same size out of it. Because I think I might have had a little left over of the one skein with the granite. This color is like my favorite color though. And this crochet shawl, I want to say it's Tranquil Waters, because I can't find the tag. Tranquil Waters shawl by Rachie Newen. And it probably would have showed up even better in a solid, but I really love this, and the yardage was right. I had to fudge this one a little and make it a little shorter to accommodate only one skein of this. But it's got puffs at different intervals that start getting closer together as you get further out and the rows get bigger. So this is kind of fun too.
The colorway for that is 28 or grapevine.
It's very thistly. Liz likes thistles.
I love thistles. In fact, I might own some of this at home. They're calling for a US 7, and by some, I mean quite a few. It has 250 grams, which is approximately 491 yards.
So just shy of 500 yards.
Yeah.
If you find a project for 500 yards, you might have to fudge it a little at the end, but you should be set with one of these.
And
amazing.
there is a pattern inside for a scarf.
There is?
There is.
I didn't know
We've
that.
had this for years and never realized there was a
I never
pattern.
opened it up and saw that.
So if you're like, hey, I want a one skein project,
Or I want to make something out of that, and I don't know what to make.
they have. It's called these
How did
Mushishis.
I never see that?
Because it's in a folded thing. It's the Mushishi staircase scarf. It's 6 inches by 60 inches or longer.
That's cute.
Takes
It kinda goes
one hank of Mushishi and size 7 needles.
And it looks like it's a lot of garter, which is a lot of knitting.
Yeah, but it's got the little teeth up the side, the little
It's like the
staircases.
hitchhiker, but instead of a
Yeah.
triangle, it's
It's a long
it's a scarf.
rectangle thing. Anyway, it's
Anyway. No, I like it.
yeah, it's like super easy. So there's
okay.
that.
So we did grapevine and we did granite.
We did grapevine and granite.
We've got, some of them have these lovely, like,
Silk puffs.
yes, and very much like, what is it? Was it Barocco Sesame that this was kind of like? But Barocco Sesame has some acrylic in it, and this doesn't. So the price is very different. But when someone came to us looking for something like Barocco Sesame, we pointed them to this. This one has a different pattern in it. We never looked at any of
Different
these.
label.
Knit and crocheted hat and scarf set.
But it doesn't have the pattern included.
It might.
Oh,
Ah!
you open it up.
It's got, so this one, and I'm assuming the different colorways will have the different patterns. So
Nope, this has got staircase. I think it's the different cards.
yes, but I'm saying
Oh.
this one probably has, see that tag looks
That
different?
tag, yeah.
This has a hat and scarf set for either knit or crochet. That's kind of cool. I think it's whether it's when older colorways and newer colorways, but they're all great yarn, so it doesn't matter. This one is 16 emerald, and it's got a lot of green in it, a little bit of bluey purple, but very different than the other
And white
green and
silk
purple.
slubs.
So yeah.
This one is color number 22. It's purple black. It's got a lot of purple and black.
And it's got the staircase scarf in it.
And it's got
That
the
one's
staircase
really
scarf.
luscious because it's almost got some pinky stuff in it. Some like raspberry deep,
Yeah.
right?
So this one is got the same slubs as this one,
But that one
but
I
has
would call
the staircase.
the staircase scarf, and it's more like stained glass.
It
It's
looks
got
like the
blue
wine
and-
glass bay and
And
you
the
know,
stained glass of the Cascade.
and would you look at
It's
that?
got some rainbow colors.
It's called stained glass. It is color number 18.
I actually didn't know that. I was making stuff up because
It looks like the stained glass and the wine glass and yeah.
this is a lovely neutral. We've had someone make a sweater out of this. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It's got the tag for the scarf in it, for the staircase scarf. It is called Creams, and number 15 Creams, because it's creams, slightly grays and warmer ecru's and, champagne type color. Very, very pretty if you like neutrals.
This one is indigo black and it
Oh, that's
goes
pretty.
between the blue and the black and the gray.
And
I've got
we have
several knitting.
random amounts of each of these now.
Yes.
But like 2 or 3, depending on what size sweater you're making, will make you a sweater, which is really cool.
And that one and
That
this
one's
one
so
are also
pretty.
staircase. And this one is oceanic. And it's blues and purples and looks
Kinda
very
tealies.
oceany.
With the
Oceany.
slubs.
With the slubs.
Not all of them have the slubs. And yeah, they're just so pretty. Defies description. No, we're describing it.
And normal price for these is $40.75. So it's a
Essentially.
250 gram skein. So it's like 2.5 bowls of
That's what I was about to say.
worsted weight yarn.
2.5 balls of the worst of skeins of the worsted weight because people see $40 and they're like, what? But that's less than $20 per skein for the regular ones. Like, here, let me do that. Ready?
I want to say it's almost less than the Ultra Alpaca.
It's $16 100 grams.
About the same as the Ultra Alpaca and the Raptor.
So, and it's nice. It's wonderful. And that silk just softens up the wool. And, you know, it's pretty good. It's a better price than the hand dyes and stuff. So don't choke too much on that 40. And it's 15% off this week.
Yeah. So if you had a shawl
$6
pattern that calls for 2.5 balls of worsted, well,
$6. It's only going to cost you, now my math is going to fail me, 34 this week. That's pretty cool. So clean us out of it, because then we can get more or just not have to worry about it. Okay, so that's our yarns this week. And then we have notions. So let's do the complicated one first, which is all this. We weren't sure what to do for notions today. And some of our options were going to be just like complicated to get up online. And these are complicated to get up online. But hey, we have tags. Tags for your knitting, for gifts as you gift them to people.
These are cool tags too, because on the back of the tag, it gives you room to write what size it is, the fiber, the care instructions, and
you can circle.
You can circle.
Is it hand wash? Is it machine wash? Yeah. And if they don't pay attention to what you told them, that's on them. So, I think they're really cool. Like,
we have nice ones and we have some snarky ones.
Yeah. Well, this is knit yourself a merry little Christmas. I'm going to show you the Christmas ones first, and just a Merry Christmas. And they say to and from, or handmade by, especially for, right?
Handmade by. I like these two.
Okay, they have.
These are double-sided. Not double-sided.
Hang on, before she shows you those. These are packs of 6, I believe.
Yes.
And the price on them is $6.76 for 6, so you're getting just over $1 a tag. The two she's about to show you are the snarky funny ones, and they come. There's 2 varieties to a pack, so you get 3 of each, I believe.
Yes. So this pack says, yes, I did make it, and no, you can't return it on one of the cards, which is what my sister got. I made this especially for you. Even if you don't like it, please act like you do.
I like that.
And this pack is, of course I made it. Hope you like it. After all the time and thought I put into it, you better. And because it's handmade doesn't mean it was cheap.
There you go. There's one more that is, I think amongst these, a funny one for what we have in stock. And it says, knit with love. And then in parentheses, and a lot of swearing. Said no knitter ever. They're fun. I feel like I was going to say something else and I've already forgotten. So what else? Oh, I was going to say, yeah, we have various stock of these. Some of these we only have one of, and some of these we have multiples. So get them while you can, because we may or may not order them before Christmas, and they may or may not be in stock before Christmas. We have, these ones are more for year-round especially. These are for Sweet Baby in different colors. We have green and pink and blue.
We have 2 that are very specific to crochet.
Yay!
Peace, Love, and Crochet, crocheted by and especially for. And then we have crocheted by and especially for with the yarn bowl and the.
Then we have the knit version of the one she just held up, and it says knitted by especially for, with the knitting needle sticking out.
I knit it, you get it.
We have 2 versions of Baby It's Cold Outside. Some of these I think we'll list together, and you get to pick which one you want, so we'll picture them together.
And just for you, handmade by. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I don't know if we have many of those left, because I think that one might be discontinued. But, these are a really fun way. I just sent off packages to my sister, and I should have put these tags in them, and I didn't. I'm going to let my sister do what she wants to with the packages for Christmas, because I'm not going to be there. But this is a really fun way to personalize any knitting projects you have for Christmas. So we'll do our best to get those up online sometime today. Remember, all this stuff is not 15% off. The code won't work online until I get them up and in the magic category online for products of the week. So you can go on our website for our shop and click the products of the week category, and what appears there is what the code will work on, and make sure it all syncs up before I have it go live. So right now we've got last week's products of the week in that category. And so the code product of the week will work on them until this all is in the right category. Some of this is already online, but it's not in the right category yet. So hang on. I've been pretty good about getting stuff up during the day on Wednesday. It all depends on how crazy busy we are. So we have one more. It's already online. We're just reminding you of the fun.
It makes a great Prezi.
Yes, we're thinking about stocking stuffers at this point, so we'll see. Maybe we'll do a bunch of stocking stuffers next week. I don't know. We'll see. Because next week we're getting close to, if you're not local, it may not reach you in time. So come get it if you're local. But we're reminding you of the Makers Keep. So here's my smartwatch. Here's my Makers Keep. They kind of look the same size, right? This is like the old-fashioned slap bracelets, but so you can make it flat or you can curl it to fit on your wrist. It's a giant magnet, which is fantastic. And then on the back, the side that goes out straight, it's hard to get it so you can see it. It's got inches and metric on the back side. If you want to use this as a ruler, it actually, you can actually take the magnet off if you want to put this out and use it as a ruler, or put it where you want to on there. I've had the demonstration of my sewing needle is right here if I need it. My stitch marker is right here. Most of Cocoknits products have metal on them somewhere, or are metal coated with plastic or something else, which makes it so you can put all of your accessories on your Makers Keep and have them close at hand. And Liz is about to read some stuff, but hang on. This is what I think is really fun. I've got our
open stitch markers.
Stitch markers. It's a chandelier, and most of those will stay on. So if I really wanted to have all my stitch markers out and available, or that's an example of if they fall in the cracks in your couch, this will help you find them.
I will just throw out an extra little note here.
Yeah.
If you know somebody who does not knit, but they sew, these are fantastic for quilters and
all the pins they have to keep track of and take off and put on, and
especially in today,
from experience.
Yeah, in today where you don't want to stick pins in your mouth, like you shouldn't anyway, but everybody does. Anyway,
but
these
now things are extra goobery and germy.
Yeah, these are fantastic. Like I tend to wear it almost more when I'm sewing than when I'm knitting. Because instead of sticking a whole 20 pack of pins in my mouth, I can stick them on this, and life is better.
And not step on them when they fall on
So
the
if
floor.
you're a knitter or a crocheter watching this, and you're like, I don't know what to get for my...
Or to tell my so-and-so to get for me.
Yeah.
And we have lots of lovely colors. I want to say we have almost all the colors right now.
We do. We have the tangerine orange.
Tangerine is orange.
That's
so pretty. This is hibiscus.
Hibiscus.
Something with an H. I think I mislabeled it at first when they first came in, but hibiscus is the pink. I think I was calling it hydrangea or something. It's hibiscus.
Yep. We have just the utility gray.
And it is called gray?
It is called gray.
I can't remember. They have fancy names.
It's
and
got
not
a gray
fancy
sticker.
names. Yes, it does.
And it is like I said, just
see
plain
what we
gray,
called it on there.
Which is nice for,
Have we mentioned what the price is yet?
We have not. They are normally $21.95.
So you'll save about $3 on this. Something like that. Maybe a little more.
There's the hibiscus pink. We have
It says green on it. It's chartreuse.
It's chartreuse.
It says green on our labels, but I think by the time I got it online, I called it chartreuse.
We're kind of a fan of Gorilla.
Gorilla is fun.
And then the last one is Robin's Egg. Voila!
The orange we call tangerine, by the way.
Yes.
And the gray we just called gray. I'm looking at our site right now. Robin's Egg, the blue is very pretty. Very, very pretty. So, yeah. Anyway, so get yourself what? Or tell people to get you one.
They're also great for guys that tinker with little, bits. We had a brother come in a couple of years ago and get the magnetic necklace because he always had little screwdriver bits or whatever. But these would be great because they're silicone, encased, or they're very comfortable.
It's actually pretty comfortable on my wrist. More comfortable than I would expect because it's not like this where it takes a wider shape, but yeah.
I will say, and I've said it every time, do not slap it on your wrist.
Yeah, when we first got them, Liz was like, "Oh, cool!" She was
it's
like,
a slap bracelet.
"Bam!" And this is heavy, so bam, like I put it on, and I can go click, click, and just put it in place. If it doesn't click instantly into a snug position, I can adjust it. Too many memories of being a kid and slapping this.
Yeah, it was like,
and those hurt too.
Oh, cool! A slap. Oh.
Those had. People might be having flashbacks to slap bracelets and how they had sharp edges and stuff when it started cutting through the fabric. This has the silicone around that piece, so it's going to be comfortable. Yeah, it's going to be very comfortable. So I think that's fun, and that's all we have today, basically. Oh, I almost forgot about this again. I went over and got it.
Well,
so I keep
that could be our sale this week. Instead of throwing it in with a bag, we could just 15%.
Yeah, we might just 15% off these two. These are we have, remind you of our shop pin is our little dragon, and I keep telling you we're going to get these in. We finally got our Viking pins in. Look how cute that is! Yay! He came in the end of last week, and
yes,
we started putting them in when we sold over a certain amount. People bought over a certain amount. I don't know if we're continuing that, but we hadn't discussed it, so we'll see.
But
we might.
If we're not continuing it, as of this afternoon, they're 15% off.
And I want to say this was $7.25. I have it on a thing over there. It's around $7, a little more. You can say 15%. And we should remind for people who aren't aware of why we have a Viking pin. We will remind you we affectionately call our shoppers Vikings.
Because they come in, they pillage, and they
come
leave.
And pillage, and then when they're gone, we go what?
Yeah, like it's very fast.
Yes, it's a whirlwind.
Rebecca said she was the chief Viking, and I said those that get pillaged aren't Vikings, we're peasants.
So we have Viking pins now, and we also joke that in the times of COVID, when we can't it was like during Yarn Crawl and other Black Friday. We'd have a bunch of people come in, and it was like,
it'd be 15 to 20 people within like an hour. They're in and done. Like,
and just frothing, and and now we say they don't come and they don't come and pillage. They lay siege outside. Like back when we weren't letting anyone in, and we were only open 2 days a week for that type of business, we would have people like 5 parties deep outside, and they were laying siege. So we still had Vikings, and we're still working on the possibility of having like bumper stickers that say I was a Viking at Sundragon, and we've had people come by and be like, I've always wanted to be a Viking, and we had a knitter come by in her Viking helmet. That was fantastic. But now you can claim your Vikingdom. Get a pin while you're getting all this stuff. And
who knew pre-pandemic that we'd actually have pins?
I know. I was like, there's so many things pre-pandemic that I was just like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to keep cards in the shop. We're not going to have an online shop.
We're not going to get shop pins because,
we're not going to have shop pins. That's just no. And then the pandemic hit and the world fell apart, and a lot of those things became necessities, and these are just fun.
A little ray of joy on, the Vikings are just cool.
I've been wanting to show these off. I want to put them in the newsletter this week, and I forgot. That's life. And I wanted to show them off yesterday. And since I'm showing them off today, they will be 15% off for the next week.
And since you have to buy them in batches of like 100 or more,
yeah,
we decided to go with our shop colors instead of like
people were like,
flesh tones.
Could you have that
colors.
in my flesh tone and my hair color? And like that would be a billion different ones, which would be awesome. But yeah, we'd have to order 100 of each, and someone would feel left out because we didn't have their tone. And so we went with shop colors. And it's really cool. The blue on this actually matches our blue shop bags perfectly, like the project bags. And we have blue bags of a certain tone close to this when you're just a regular shopper, when you haven't bought a project bag. But they go very nicely on that blue strip shoulder strap of our project bags. So, all right, so to review before we go, and then we'll review our schedule like we always do.
And review our schedule. And
what are we going to do today? The same thing we do every day.
Try to take over the world. Pinky
boy.
brain.
Yeah.
Somebody.
This is our version of taking over the world. Yeah. So Viking Pins are 15% off. Makers Keep are 15% off once I get them in the right category. Gift tags are 15% off once I get them up.
Mushishi, stock up will be closed.
Get your spare quantities now.
Yeah.
And great, super bulky Tierra del Fuego for quick knits for Christmas or just for staying warm in the wintertime. 15% off. So, excellent.
Tomorrow is Dear Becky and Lizzie.
Yes. We have one email has come in about kittens. So stay tuned for that cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I should mention the Viking pin is I should have mentioned this before. It's about 1.5 inches long, and it has 2 stoppers on the back, so it will stay oriented the right way wherever you put it. So 2 pins with 2 stoppers, which are black and don't show up well on camera. Just to be prepared for that. Okay. So yes, Dear Becky and Lizzie, our advice column episode of the week. We have one thing that involves kittens. If you want us to answer a question tomorrow, you should at this point email liz@sundragonartandfiber.com. If you want us to answer something next week, you could send us a letter.
Dear Becky and Lizzie, Sundragon Art and Fiber, 35 South Broad Street, Brevard, North Carolina, 28712.
She can handle that better. I can handle if you want to come to our sit and stitch on Friday, that is on Zoom. And if you already have Zoom, you just need to enter the meeting code, which is our shop phone number, 828-877-3550. The full link, if you just want to click the link to make it work, should be in the description for all of our episodes. And then this weekend, I will be half taking a weekend off, not really, because I still have some Zoom lessons this weekend. But next weekend, the 19th, is our monthly side-by-side Facebook and Zoom Saturday afternoon sit and stitch. And we'll give you more details next week, but you can find out details on Facebook. It's one of our events on Facebook, probably our only event on Facebook right now, where you can join the Zoom meeting and see people and talk to people, or you can watch me and hear everybody on Zoom on Facebook. And you can still talk to people by writing in the comments, and I will relay the message.
Rebecca's on Facebook. I'm on Zoom.
Yes.
It'd be cool for us to be together and do it together on Facebook, but there's a pandemic going on.
Yeah, and that's too close for comfort.
That would require
Especially
either
without
being
masks.
at the shop or being at each other's houses, and that would just be
And
weird.
if we were here at the shop, then people would want to shop.
Yeah.
People would want to, and then we'd have to. I can handle two cameras going and 2 things going. I can't handle 3 or 4.
We could do it here at the shop, but we'd have to hide in the corner and be way too close.
It'd be really funny, but it'd be dangerous for our health. I think about us like,
Yeah.
hiding back there in the super bulky section, like, shh.
we'd have lights and everything, but we'd be like,
We're not here.
someone's knocking on the door.
Go away.
Yeah.
No. Okay, we gotta go. I have someone coming in 5 minutes to the shop, so stay safe.
Yep.
We miss you. We love you. Please subscribe. Remember, if we can get to 500 subscribers, that's our first benchmark to hit on our journey to 1,000. Would be awesome. If we can get to 500, we'll have an online shop sale. The
A
Instagram sale is up.
YouTube sale. That this sale will only be mentioned here.
It will only be mentioned here, so if you watch this fast enough, if you're still catching up on episodes, you might hit it afterwards. But if you're up to date on your episodes, only on YouTube will we mention a sale code.
If you're running behind, and I keep an eye on how many subscribers we have. Like,
Yeah, well, if you watch this episode and we're close to 500 subscribers, you might want to jump ahead.
Yeah.
Because we may or may not put it in the episode title. We might make you hunt for it. So, anyway.
Like an Easter egg.
Are we getting high tech? And have Easter eggs?
Dun.
What? This is coming from someone who knew only mildly basic stuff about YouTube when we started in February. And I still only know mildly basic stuff about YouTube. So
I don't know.
we're not high tech.
About YouTube.
Can you tell? We're not high tech. Okay, I'm gonna go turn this off now because we have other stuff to do. But we love you. We'd love to spend all day with you. So yeah, contact us. Leave us a message. Definitely subscribe, or at least give us a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe too. So all right. Bye.
Bye.